I think if anybody anywhere has had any good amount of friends, right, and I had to record this twice because my mic cut out, so if this sounds a bit plagiarized, it's my own work, so deal with it. But if you've ever had any form of friend group, right, you had that one friend, and he'd be hiding in plain sight, like coleslaw eaters. Actually, no diss on coleslaw. Hiding in plain sight, like, I don't fucking know, man. You get the idea though. Like, he'll just be a normal guy. Up until like, he'd be a mate. He'd be smiling and dandy. Up until that one moment, he gets a girl. The moment he gets a woman, the moment he starts getting laid, that man is gone. That man is looking the other way on the street. He's spitting when you walk across the path. This guy has switched up it most entirely, 100%, and he will never be the same. Frankly, you lost your friend, bro. That guy has transformed into a snake, the Eden. Like, that geezer is the devil. Like, but anyway, so you had a friend like this. I had a friend like this. Now my friend like this, right? I'm in college, right? And for those who are in America, that's ages 16 to 18, usually, unless you like fail a year or something. But so I'm in college. I'm like 16, and I start meeting friends. I make this friend. Right? This friend is weird. He's like a traditional kind of loner 4chan user, right? He's fat. Like, let it not be said, that motherfucker was fat. And no discouragement to fat people, right? But he was on the hefty side. He had a neck beard, and he talked about weird glasses, and he talked about weird 4chan stuff. Having a conversation with him was weird and a little uncomfortable at times. But like he talked about the weird like bottom pits of subreddit and 4chan and stuff like that. But he was otherwise chill, and he had a beautiful house. So don't get me wrong, his house, middle of nowhere, right? You had to trek through Mordor just to get to it. But it was bougie, Yeah, it had some room, it had some space, and he had a dog. That dog was depressed as hell. That dog, like I understand that you have to chop the balls of a dog because reasons and whatnot. But like, that dog was depressed, man. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough life. Rest in peace, my guy. I mean, he's still alive. But anyways, this guy, right? He's a typical loser, right? But he's a nice guy, so keep him around. He's weird, but he's a nice guy. Now, we're friends for years, and eventually, some people in the friend group start calling him fat, right? And that motivates him to lose weight, and he loses some weight, and he starts looking better. He doesn't change personality, but he looks better, all good things to say. And we're rolling up into the second year of A-levels, which is, I don't know what the equivalent is elsewhere. So we're doing A-levels, right? And then this guy, he meets this girl. Right, now, we were friends for 2 years now. We've been chilling half a dozen times. And he meets this girl, and they're crossing out, and I'm like, hey, go for it, man. I believe in you. And this guy has had crushes before, which he responded to by doing nothing. Sitting from distance, thinking, oh, I'm never going to fall in love. Which is kind of a pathetic, loser thing to do, but, pathetic. But, spade. Now, so, this guy, right? He meets this girl, and the girl's nice enough, I guess. I talked to her a few times. She was chill, I guess. Now, keep in mind, 2 of these friends like the same girl, except one guy just didn't go for it and then didn't land it. Now, the other guy, they're both chill, and they kind of sorted that out. Like, it was calm. It wasn't like a drama thing, sure. So I can't fault it, nothing. But so eventually he meets this girl. They start talking. He's coming up to me saying, "Oh, this, that. I want to ask her." And yeah, he does eventually. And then eventually they get hitched. Well, I'm happy for this guy. Finally, this guy found love. Love is not the word I'd use to describe it. A more pathetic dependency, but you've watched Boondocks, and if you haven't, I'll give you the rundown. Right? There's this one episode with the pimp named Slickback, one of the best characters in the show. Beautiful guy. Absolute splendid shit right there, bro. Now, he a real motherfucker. But like, this guy, right? Tom gets dependent on his wife, and then his wife's disrespecting him, all that, the natural course of how things go. And then he coins this term called bitch dependency. Now, that's a hell of a thing. And it basically says that, like, he loses all self-respect because he's so dependent on his women. Now, my friend, we try getting him to hang out. Nah, I can't. I'm going on a date. We try calling him this and nah, I can't. And this, that. And you get it, bro. The guy's dodging us. Like, they're like, come on, bro. We don't have need for friends now that you have a woman. Like, come on, bro. And it is some bullshit behavior, right? Because like, what are you talking about? We've been your friends for 2 years. Okay, and I don't see no one else acting up like this. But like, so this happens, and then he still hangs out on occasion, right? But further down the line, he breaks up, right? And with any good breakup, there's the roasting time. Like the moment the breakup is over, you get your mates, you go chillax, you go grab some beers, you grab some pizza, you grab some shit, right? And you go chillax at somebody's house or find a place to chill. Now we go there and we're taking the piss out of that, because at the end of the day, love is a weird thing. People will be in love. Well, I'm not going to say love. I feel like that's a term that I should coin for genuine like respect and care. But like people who really like someone, right, or like get like infatuated with someone, their brain chemistry switches, right? They become dependent on it, right? And like with anyone who's dependent on anything, well, you can get addicted to anything in this world, right? And the moment you do, you lose all self-respect. Well, I can't lie. That's just how it is. It's sad, but it's true, and some people get dependent on other people, that's how it is. And that's why friend groups and other people are important, because they remind you that you don't actually need that, So, we roasting her, right? We saying she looks like her. Dude, I have this one friend, he's a complete asshole, and we beefed many times. Well, my god, that guy does have good hosts, right? And he pulls up this photo of this fucking, this online Reddit 4chan thing, right? Oh, so bullshit. I don't want to keep up with that. I'm too busy doing other shit. Like, but like he pulls it out, and it's like it's the male equivalent to her, but it's so it's low-key the hardest diss I ever seen, bro. And we're laughing at it. We're taking the piss, bro. And now eventually this guy, he gets over it, this and that. Oh, we're chilling. Summer is nice. Summer is a beautiful time to be chilling out, and he gets over it. And I'd say, hey, welcome back to the friend. Welcome back to the self-respecting group of. To be honest, we were the assholes. Just generally speaking, we were the idiots. And I won't say assholes. I mean, I wasn't. And I don't think the other guys. Some of the other guys were. Some of them were. But like, generally, we just like welcome back to the idiots. And then this guy. Now, what this guy does next? This is a tough thing. So everyone moves away to uni, because uni is not in the same place for me. I move out, but I keep in touch with my mates. Every time I come back to my hometown, I come up, my home city, technically speaking. But I come up and I say hi. I come out, I hang out, and I let them know what's up. So I hang out with this guy, every few months or so, and I'm talking to him, right? And he tells me some foul stuff about the woman, man, the woman that he liked, this woman he's been so obsessed with, right? Like, she said, I don't think I ever loved you. I don't think I could ever love you. And that I think I was just passing time. Now that's a diabolical blow, bro. That's got to kick a man in the nuts. That's got to hurt. And yeah, well, tough, man. And this guy's been bitching about it for months, right? And then he's talking mad stuff about it, She had low-key dropping him like a thumb. And I understand that there were circumstances, right? Now, she was Muslim, right? And the thing is, now correct me if I'm wrong, I never actually studied up too much of the religion, but you can't really have a Muslim husband, right? Because, well, the husband can be Muslim, the woman can't, because the idea is that the woman thus convert and so on and whatnot. But you can't have it the opposite way around, because I don't know, something like that. So he's not Muslim, right? He's not really Christian either. He's just a straight atheist. I don't think that he really cares. But so this ends up semantics, and then they can't meet, and their family this, and then he's talking about family full of boxers and rich people, and that he doesn't want to get beaten up by them. It was a very weird stance to take, but all things considered, hey, do you? So this woman straight violating him, or dropping him like a pin, but I'm seeing this guy getting beaten up by the Undertaker here. like, what is going on? So we continue meeting, right? And eventually, you know what I hear? I got back together with her because they always do. You know, I didn't know this at the time. But you can lead a lamb to water, you know, some shit like that. I don't know. You lead a horse to water. It's a phrase, and this guy can water, probably, you know. But so eventually he does come back, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, some weird suspect you got, man. But anyways, what he did next? Yeah. Apparently, right, every single diss that we ever said about her, like, and we dissed the fuck out of her, because let's be real here, if you is a real friend and your friend breaks up with an ex and treats them that badly, then you are dissing the fuck out of them. That's just how it is, you know. I don't make the rules, but I'm just being a chill guy. What can I say? I'm just a chill guy. But okay, moving on. Okay, so I got this guy, and then he goes back to her, right? And then he says, well, you see, I told her every single thing you and all the other friends said about her, and now she's worried. She'd run into me. She'd run into you. Right? And the thing is, I've shaved hair. Right? I'll mention this in this video. I shave it because, you know, your boy's a bit bald. No, it is how it is. It looks good on me, all things considered. But the problem is, bald people tend to look alike. You know what I mean? And you know, I wear it well. I look good with it, but like, we look alike there. That's just how it is. And then she tells me, oh, every time she sees a guy with a shaved head in public, she thinks, damn, I'm worried that it's him, that it's me. For the record, I never said any of this shit to Facebook. I have never interacted with this like woman more than like a one conversation long before we started dating. I just dissed them because they were a dick to my friend, and you know, when your friend breaks up with an ex, and the same with my other friend with like long blonde hair, like, I never want to run into that, and that's just, he broke the bro code. You never let them know what you're saying, but what happens in the group chat stays in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? And then even having a group chat, like, we just talked about it, like, it stays behind bars, and we were supporting you, right? And then he's talking about some. And then we slowly become more distant, right? And I think what happening is that this guy's life revolves around her, which is a bit sad, I can't lie. Ultimately, relationships should not be like the one of two halves. It's more just like, you should complement each other, right? You should have your own life. Not having your own life is a bit sad and pathetic. Facts about it. But yeah, that's how it is. So we're chilling, right, and we're doing dice, right, and then he becomes more and more distant, right, and then anyway, I got it out because I accidentally said the guy's name. But he's talking about this other friend is my real friend, right? And I'm thinking, what the fuck is this guy talking about? What is this guy talking about? What? Anyways, so we stopped being friends about that, bro. And this guy started planning a life with a woman who said that I never loved you, I will never love you, I don't want you around me. And I just think to myself, well, how can people be eating like chum out of a bucket like this, bro? That's what it is, bro. Like in the Boondocks episode, which I'm gonna reference because that was a good episode. You know, Tom is low-key getting disrespected. Like he's on a date with his wife, and then some guy's coming up, and like, to be fair, it's a complicated situation, and I understand that pimp name slipback is not a fucking, that guy's not right about this, but like, his wife doesn't really love him, you know. Low-key, he lost passion in the marriage, but and Tom pulled some bullshit. But the whole point about Tom being dependent, yeah, no, that will take like your perfectly good homeboy and turn him into, like, that is like the vice, right? Humans have like a set number of vices that would fuck it and ruin them. Almost like drugs, alcohol, like fucking drugs, alcohol, women, greed, envy, etc. This motherfucker just lost everything at the moment, and maybe he's doing well, maybe he's happy, but how are you gonna go to bed at night and sleep next to someone who low-key told you that you were scum, fam? I don't know, man. But everybody's got a case like that. You got a case, I got a case like that, and like, everybody's got that one friend who low-key switched up the moment they needed to.
And what can you do, but other than tell them to like, just genuinely when people waste your time, bro, just don't waste time on people like that, fam.